What's up, world? It's your girl Gavlyn, and this is my interview with Life Behind Bars.
You can bet this hard work ain't never sleeping. Back up my bullshit, don't need a reason. It's 2016 and it's looking like a mean one. Damn me bitch, you fiendin', she always tryna snort some bust, so them.
The way I got into rapping is basically, I've always loved hip hop. My brothers, my sisters put me on game, with old school hip hop, 90s hip hop, golden era hip hop. I would always steal my sister's CDs and shit and bump them all the time, but also just I've always wanted to perform. I've been on stage since I was 10 years old, so I've always just loved creating music and stuff like that. But rapping literally was just came to me. Besides having a love for it, it's just also just not having much to do. Growing up, taking care of my brother all the time and staying at home a lot, and basically watching the house for my mom while she's working. So, and also having friends with the same likeliness for underground shit. But it literally just fell in my lap of me being bored and hearing homies just freestyle and me being oh, I want to try it. That looks fun, and then actually doing it. But once I actually spit my first freestyle with my homies, it was we're all fading and shit, and it was fun as fuck, and I got addicted to it immediately, and I just kept it going. And I've always been a tomboy growing up. Always had a lot of dude friends and shit, and always wanted to do the most of whatever chicks don't usually do. So that was definitely another reason behind it as well. I would say I was definitely the most closest and influenced by my sister. Growing up, I wanted to do everything she did. And she always tried to make it a point to be different than everybody else. If everybody liked pink, she's like, fuck pink, I like blue. So I thought it was so tight. And she was a huge tomboy too, so we were extremely close. And a lot of the music that she liked is stuff I grew up with and liked as well. She shined lights underground hip hop to me and stuff like that. So shout out to my big sis though. I don't know. I feel growing up, besides there not being much of a artsy outlet for people or in general, I kind of, even though the neighborhoods are nice, obviously not all of them, but that's everywhere you go. But I benefited from the valley, learning from the negative sides of it, I guess, of just not trying to be stuck. You know what I mean? It's my home and whatnot, but that's kind of how I feel about it. My first open mic, I was 16. It started when I started hitting open mics in North Hollywood. It was a spoken word thing. So I wrote a poem and I memorized the shit out of it, and then I went on, but it ended up coming out like a rap. And it was hella cool. And I performed once at the Knitting Factory when it was still a thing. It helped me a lot. It was super motivating to do that growing up as a kid. It was awesome. When I first officially started doing shows at the Airliner and that urban, I don't know if Urban Underground's still there or not, shout out to the Airliner, but that definitely made me really take myself more serious and being able to be okay, I actually want to have a set, I want to have a more than a 15-minute set or more than a 5-minute set. Actually was motivated to make songs and if I can put demos together and put them out. So that was super motivating me, taking it seriously. And also dropping my first video, What I Do, was another huge eye-opener. The homie that shot it just dropped it without me even knowing, and then everybody saw my video before I did. So it was and then the Europe tour came not too long after that, so it was oh shit, the internet is real. It was a trip. But that was also around the time where YouTube just around 08, 09, where YouTube's finally people are starting to look into it. No one really had cool videos. Not to say that mine was cooler than anybody else's, but
you just kind of ahead of the curve a little bit.
Yeah, it was right when the internet was about I think whoever made fucking Facebook or whatever the hell didn't realize how strong the independence music scene was gonna become from that point on. I feel I've been lucky enough to get more support. I also feel the only thing I feel being a female rapper is just getting boxed into things, because people luckily we're in a day and age where dope female rappers from all over the country, or it's very possible for them to pop or whatever their lane may be. But I feel people just box it a little bit, put it to a gender thing to where I've had questions and random interviews with other people where they say some shit So, like, do you think it's harder for a female rapper to find a record deal or like a male rapper? And I'm like, it's just hard to get a record deal, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people try to make it a little different, even though granted being a female, sex sells and all that bullshit, and like, I get all of that, but I mean, if I just can't stand how like still people try to make it like, well, it's because you're a guy or it's because it's your girl, even though at some points they're right in aspects, but I feel like it kind of makes it primitive a little bit to put things in like genres like that. It's like it'd be different if it was like commercial rap to like gangster rap to old school rap rather than like female rap and male rap. You know what I mean? That's what I don't really fuck with. It's definitely important to influence like Latinos in hip hop, and also, I mean, I hate to be like and just Latinos in general, but it's true. Like, I feel like Latinos in the hip hop period are like immediately categorized as like Chicano rap, or we all sound like Little Rob, or fucking whoever the fuck they want to like compare us to. Like, there are Latinos out there that don't do fucking reggaeton music and shit like that, you know, like, no, not to diss any of that, because all that shit is fire, but I mean, there's just like, you know, there's different voices out there that haven't been heard that should shine a light to, that make amazing music, like Prayers. Prayers is like a huge thing, like showing the God Chola movement is like, that's been a thing, and it's like finally someone's like shining light to like emo Latino fucking punker kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's tight, and I feel that for rap music it hasn't been shined on that hard yet. What I think I'd be doing doesn't mean I'm actually gonna be doing it, but what I think I'd be doing is, I don't know, man. I always wanted to get into improv and like comedy sketch stuffs like that. I haven't fully dove into it, but I mean, maybe if I was like, rap's whack, I'm gonna do this, I would like to be doing that. That's another thing I have just as much love for and nerd out on as much as I do the hip hop, you know? The way I feel making music and creating it and expressing myself is definitely like a feeling I'm addicted to. And also just being a part of hip hop music, I feel like it's still so much growth to be done, and like seeing that like the generations evolve into like this new like musical like sound or lyrics, you know. I'd want to be a part of that. I want to be part of like the new generation of hip hop today, because I feel like there's a lot of bullshit, a lot of whack ass shit, a lot of like nothing in depth, you know. And there's so many amazing artists, all fucking 90s babies. I feel like we're the last of a dying breed. Like, we are the last ones that like know where all this shit came from. So that's definitely like a huge thing that's like makes me really want to do this, and also too just believing in myself and what I do. I've come this far. I don't see why I can't go further.
You can bet this hard work and never sleeping. Back on my bullshit, don't need a reason. It's 2016 and it's looking like a mean one. Damn, your bitch a fiend and she always trying to snort some. But so them back burner hoe, trying to frame my name. It's BC and it's won't forget the set you claim. Man, we valley as fuck, nobody cares about you. We left your ass in the past cause we wildin' nothing new. Who? What you want, what you really want for me though. Trying to hit this blunt, bro, step back, hell no. Got no time for new booties acting like they have so. Smoking on a fat doobie faded with my eyes low. Go ahead and try me, let's see how far you get. I am what you wanna be. You're left with your head split, aiming for the fuckery, and it with a death wish, just for being on some stupid shit. Why wait? Out now.
Broken Complex, Gavlyn, DJ Hopper. Bit.